वीतराग भय क्रोधा मनमया मामुपाश्रिताः बहवो ज्ञान तपसा पूता मद्भावमागताः. Hello friends, this is the 10th shlok of the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Vitarag bhai krodha, which means free from attachment, fear and anger. Manmaya mamupashritaha, which means completely situated in me. Bahavo jnana tapsa puta, which means many knowledgeable ascetics, pure, madbhavam agataha, which means attain my tendency. So to understand this shlok, we have to understand that those people who see Vishnu, or you can say the sustaining power of the absolute Godhead, to be active in all the events that are happening in this universe, those people, they do not have any reason to really feel any anger or any fear or any attachment. And so, with that regard, over here, Sri Krishna is telling Arjun that those who are knowledgeable, who are ascetics, and who are pure, they are free from attachment, fear, and anger, and they situate themselves completely in me, and in this way, they attain the same tendency as that of mine. So, in the previous shlok, we have already understood that the knowledgeable person actually sees the sustaining power of God to be active in all the activities that are happening. And when we look at these activities that are happening all around us, all these events that are unfolding in this universe, we see that they are absolutely just, and they are also something which are very prompt, and they are not really something which are going on with any emotions such as anger or attachment or fear or anything like that. The things just happen as they happen, and they are completely just, and they are very prompt. So let's look at the example of the pandemic itself, as we discussed in yesterday's video also. So the pandemic, it just happened in a very neutral manner. It's not that it gave any preference to any particular sect or any particular nationality. Any person who got exposed to the virus, who did not really follow the directives that were given in terms of how to behave so that you can avoid getting exposed to the virus, any person that basically ignored those directives, they got the virus, and the virus basically behaved in the manner in which it had to behave, and it did not really make any distinction in terms of, okay, I'm going to be not bad to person of a certain religion or a certain country, and I'll be bad to the person of certain other religion or certain country. Anybody who got exposed to the virus, he basically, based on his own healthy conditions, his own lifestyle, got affected by the virus. So we can see that there was no attachment that was shown by the virus to a particular sect or a particular nationality or a particular personality of a person. In that sense, it was neutral, it was unattached, and it was prompt. Anybody who did not follow the directives basically got exposed to it. And so you have to look at it from that point of view. It's not that if you are worshipping God, and you're saying that, because I worship God, so God will not really affect me. It was not like that. If you did not follow the directives, then you got the virus, and you were affected. So there was no attachment in terms of this force behind the virus, or there was no fear, or there was no attachment at all. Similarly, if you were the person who were skeptical of God and did not really worship Him, but you were following the directives that were given in terms of how to avoid the virus, then you were spared. Basically, if you were following a good lifestyle, you were spared, you were not really affected by it. So it's not that God got angry at you that you did not worship Him, and so He basically gave you this virus, or affected this virus to you. So what you have to understand is that the if the actions that were happening, the events that were happening, they were not really shown in terms of any attachment in terms of a particular god or anything like that. They just happened. And then you have to understand that following the directions of how to really behave is in itself the worship of God himself. It's not really, trying to appease him by worshipping him or giving him something. Just do the right thing. Doing the right thing is in itself worshipping him. So the wise people are also acting in the same way. The wise people are not really affected by the anger, or they are not affected by any emotions as such. They are completely unattached, and they just behave in a righteous manner, and they are prompt in their action. So that is the whole message that has been presented in this shlok, that the wise, they are free from all these emotions such as attachment or fear or anger, and they are just completely situated in the laws of this universe as such. They are completely in consistency with that, and they accept all these things that are, all these laws that are there, and by doing that, they attain the same nature as the nature of this sustaining power which is holding this universe in balance. So that is the message that is presented in this shlok. I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I will close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.